Hi there, this is Kimberly Wilson, and welcome to Doga with Mookie and Belle Starr. So we're delighted to be here with you today, and I'm going to go over a few ways that we can practice yoga, hence the name Doga, with our dogs, and also how to have this sense of taking our connection a little bit beyond daily walks and feeding. So I've noticed that every time I roll out my yoga mat, my pets are soon to follow. And so it just seemed the appropriate thing to incorporate them into the practice. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So all you need is a pup, or not, if you don't have one nearby, or they're not very cooperative, as mine tend not to be at times, right, Belle Starr? Then it's okay. Whatever you've got yourself is wonderful. I've got a yoga mat, so this is a wonderful possibility too. There goes Mookie. And I also have a cork block that can be helpful, something to drink, and then lavender oil. Hi, Belle. She likes the lavender oil. So here I just let her smell it, and then I will put it on my wrist, a little behind my ears. And again, it's just nice and relaxing. Right, Belle? And so we're going to begin by taking a few deep breaths. So if your pup will sit for you, you can bring one hand onto the pup, maybe one hand to their heart center, and begin by taking a few deep breaths. So the breath is in and out of the nose. Inhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4, and exhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4, and at the same time petting your pup. If you can do a little trace from the top of the head down the spine and then through the tail, so it has a nice relaxing effect. And continuing your deep breathing, so this big inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And we'll see if she's gonna stay, or if we need to grab Mookie, who's decided to return to the couch and chew on a bone instead of do his yoga practice today. So again, just a few more breaths, and it can be helpful too if the pup can get settled and situated. Sometimes they won't. Well, as she goes down. Sometimes they won't, sometimes they will. So they have minds of their own, which is what we love. And so for you too, if you can just take a pause in your day and set an intention for this practice. So these few minutes that you've carved out to connect with your pup, connect with yourself, connect with your breath. What would you like to gain through this practice? Or maybe even what would you like to let go of? Maybe there's a conversation that happened earlier, an email that you received that just kind of keeps replaying. And maybe this is your opportunity to just push that aside, set that aside for now. And then once your intention is set, you can allow the eyes to open if they have been closed, and return to this place of practice. So for me, what I've done, I've come into a cross-legged seated position. So if that's comfortable for you, coming into that, you can also grab a block and sit on the block if you need a little extra height. Sometimes people like that if their hips are a bit snug. You can also sit in a chair or on the couch. Particularly, you could sit on the couch if your dog is up there chewing a bone and you want to be with them while you do your practice, because this can also be done in a chair, which is great in case you're watching this at the office. And you may be lucky enough to have your pup with you at the office. I recently saw this great article that was talking about a study that showed that people in offices that have dogs there that allow people to bring their pets, that there is a higher level of satisfaction there. It makes perfect sense, but I just loved that. It's a great reminder of the comfort of these beautiful beings. So we're going to begin with a little bit of spinal circles. So hands on knees, you can keep one hand on your pup, and then begin to move the torso into a circle. So moving back, side, forward, And if you have both hands on the knees, you can kind of press into them. And what this does is provide a little resistance. Or for me, what I have decided is to have a hand on Belle Starr, who's always just a little curious in her own little world. We love this little being. She's 7 years old, and she's a former puppy mill mama who had never had a toy or been allowed to play outside of her crate. We'll move in the other direction. Until she was fostered for 10 months with this great couple in Oklahoma City. And then we got her almost 2 months ago. And she's had a fun time settling into the DC lifestyle, which is very different than an Oklahoma puppy mill. And then coming back to the center. So noticing as you're moving the spine, how you can get these twists in, these little side bends, forward bends, and back bends. So just noticing where are you feeling a little tweaky, and you can kind of work there for a bit. And then we're going to take a side bend over to one side. So if you'd like, you can reach both arms up, or you can keep arms down, particularly if you're at the office. Drop one hand down and then reach the other over. So again, here I'll stay connected with her. A few little scratches, some breathing, and then back up to the center. And then we will do the other side. So whichever side you've chosen, other side, reaching, extending, opening, breathing. So the breath is in and out of the nose, back to the center. And then just pause for a moment and notice, how does the body feel different from just this little bit of movement? We spend so much of our days, a lot of us at least, being quite sedentary. There's a great TED Talk about how sitting is the new smoking, and the fact that it's really like the health epidemic of the day. I thought that was quite interesting because we spend a lot of time sitting. So that's why these movements are great to do throughout the day. So next one we're going to do is twisting, and twisting is really nice because it helps release any lower back tension you may have. So I'm going to bring left hand to my right knee, and then right arm behind. Then I'm going to keep a hand on her. Inhale, tall spine. And then exhale, twist, gazing over the right shoulder. Again, inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Nice. So return to the center. Get a little connection to your pup. And then we'll do the other side. This is about morning nap time. So right hand to your pug or your pup or your knee, and then left arm behind you. So inhale, tall spine. Exhale and twist. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, tall spine. And exhale, twist. And you may have to say goodbye to your pup if they have meandered away. And then just coming back to a neutral spine. I'll grab him. She's gone to be with her daddy, who she much prefers. Come here, Mookie. It's Doga time. So we got Mookie, who's like, I was really wanting to enjoy my bone for a little while. All right, so from here, what we're going to do is extend one leg out. Okay. And I'm going to extend my right leg and then place my left foot at my inner thigh. All right, so opening out. So if you've got a pup that is a little more cooperative, you can draw them in. I love that this floor is so slippery because then it just allows them to slide, right? There you go. And then you can just bring them right into the nook. Okay, so nook of kind of foot and knee. And then my hips are facing a little bit at an angle. And here, similar to what we did in our seated position, we're going to take a side bend. So dropping that right arm down, maybe even to the forearm, maybe hand to ankle, and then left arm up and over. Now, since we want to stay connected to the pups, I'm going to bring a hand onto his chest, do a little bit of belly rubbing. And then for you, see if you can rotate open through the left side of the chest. Reach this left arm. Breathing here and feeling into, there's a big stretch in the inner thigh, in the side of the body, that left side. Breathing and back up. So I'm going to cartwheel that left arm behind me, press into my left shin, reach that right arm up, extend, lift through the hips, and release. Nice. So now we'll do the other side. So I'm going to extend my left leg out and draw my right foot in. Then again, he's right here in the nook. He still gets to have his nap. And then before I do the other side, I'm going to do a little bit of stretching for him. So one thing that can be nice is extending one leg. So it's just a gentle tug, and then the opposite arm. So reaching. He's not as big of a fan of his arms getting touched. And then other side. So left leg, left paw, and then right arm. Just gentle. He doesn't mind the legs, but those arms he's not as much of a fan of. And then we'll try it once more each side. So again, it's just a gentle stretch, a gentle opening. Like a little massage. And then other side. And then maybe even starting a little higher up on the leg and then bringing the hand down. And then maybe giving those little paws a massage. Nice. Good job, Mook. And then if you can get them too, as they're resting here before we go into the other side. Can rest on their backs or on their sides, or maybe come onto their backs. Yeah, which is really nice. So again here, this is a great position to do the stretching that we just did. So on their backs, extending. Nice job. All right, so now we'll do the other side. So bringing that left arm down, right arm up and over. But I'm going to return my left arm to stay connected with him. Bring this right arm over, extend, extend, extend. So you're opening through the right side of the body. Maybe even flexing that left foot, breathing. And you determine how far you go in the stretch. So you may be more up here. So just a gentle opening through the side of the body, and what we want to feel is sensation, but never ever pain. So just notice you control how far you go. And then back up. We're going to drop that right arm, press into your right shin, press into the left foot, and lift that left arm up. Reach, reach, reach. Extending and dropping down. Nice. Coming back to the center. So now I'm going to extend both legs into a wide V. So again here I can draw the little booger in a little bit closer. Right, Mook, Mook? This is Mookie's nap time. He's like, what are we doing? So again, he'll just naturally sometimes go onto his back, and that can be a nice time to do a little bit of that stretching in the opposite direction. Right, Mook? And then so from here, similar to what we just did, but with one leg extended, we're going to do each side. So dropping the right hand down, and the left arm can come up and over. I'm going to drop mine down though, to continue to stay connected with him. And just a side bend over to the right. So some of you will come onto your hands, others forearms. See if you can keep the feet flexed, and then keep your torso as much as possible open. So rather than folding down, we're rotating open. And again here, this left arm can come up and over, or it can stay right here. And then rolling back up. And then other side. So dropping that left arm down, reach this right arm up and over, side bend, deep breath. And then back up to the center. Nice. So hopefully you're feeling a lot of opening in the sides of the body here. So even with your pup, as you're doing these little stretches, this is a nice opening for them. And even if you want to do the same side, so that's kind of similar to what we just did, right? With the same side of opening both directions. Yeah, again, he's not much of a fan with the hands. And then coming back up, and then we're going to scoop the pup up, if they will let you. Hi, Mookie. Yes, I know, it's exhausting. Doga's exhausting. So they may be cooperative, they may not. So what we're going to do is just end with a meditation. And he clearly would prefer the floor for this one. Right, Mookie? And did you hear him grumbling as if like, this is just so much work? So what we're going to do for the seated meditation, you can come with soles of the feet together, which is what I've just done, or come back to your cross-legged seated position. So maybe you have to get the pup to come around in some direction. Right, Mookie? Do you want to come up here maybe? Yeah, how's this? Is this okay? So, because if you can get them to come up and stay a little bit more connected than napping, which is what Mookie wants to do, you can bring one hand onto the chest, and again, one hand onto yours. So you've got kind of touching at the heart center area, or you can even bring one hand to, I like to do for a little calming effect, right? A little bit above the eyebrows, a little pressure there. And then we'll return to a few deep breaths, which is exactly how we began our practice. So coming full circle. So big inhale through the nose. And an exhale through the nose. You're welcome to close the eyes if you'd like. Inhale through the nose. Again, staying connected if possible with your pup. Exhale through the nose. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Give little massages of the paws. And one last time. Inhale and exhale. So if you'd like for your last exhale, maybe releasing with a through the mouth, and exhale. Just a nice sigh. And thanking your pup for being with you today. Maybe they were a little more cooperative than mine. Mookie, I think, is done. Are you done, Mookie? So just noticing, too, when is the best time to connect with your pup. So this is like our morning nap time. So sometimes he's into it because he's quite chill. Others, he's like, I really want to be on the couch chewing on a bone. So if that's the case, join him on the couch. You can chew on the bone while you do your practice. All right, so I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, and just taking a moment too to come back to whatever your intention was, whatever it was that you set for your practice, and see if you can carry this into the rest of your day, and taking the opportunity to be as present as possible, taking your mindful check-ins throughout the day and noticing what's going on for you mentally, physically, emotionally. Same with your pup. Just kind of noticing, how are they doing? Are they feeling a bit anxious, which is him a lot of the times, or a little lethargic, which is obviously him at the moment, or avoidant, as our lovely Belle Starr was earlier today. So you can find me at kimberlywilson.com/Doga, and this is our 9th episode of Doga with Woof Driver. We're delighted to be here with you, and I'll see you back next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Thanks for joining, and namaste.